Edie Hill, the author of the brand new book, I'm Not Your Friend, I'm Your Parent. And Hill and I are on the Radio Factor today because Hill is the person closest to Sarah Palin's situation that I know in the world. You supervise 8 children, correct?
Lots of kids.
All right, 8 children, yeah. And you hold down a full-time anchor job, and you're talking to millions. So you and Sarah Palin have a parallel situation. So when you see those attacks, and I could do an hour on that. I get ticked. You know, yeah.
If you choose to have a large family, people look at you like you've got a third eye in the middle of your forehead. So what? It's her choice. And it's also her choice to work. And women who choose to work outside the home, to have a large family, and to do things like she's doing, you know what? They need all the help they can get, not somebody coming down on them and making fun of them.
But do they need to add to their responsibilities? That's the primary criticism in the social world about her.
Wait a second. Why is it just her responsibility and not hers and her husband's?
Well, you assume that the husband would be involved, right? Sure.
Yeah, if he was running, they wouldn't be asking him why he was back at work instead of on maternity leave.
Element in Letterman and Gershon and all those people, you see a
Absolutely.
Sex? You do.
Absolutely.
And you're teed about it.
I am. Can you tell that? I am.
For as much as you get teed off, I have written a book, a brand new book, about communicating with your child. Mm-hmm. All right. So, Sarah Palin's 17-year-old gets pregnant. Okay. When you heard that announcement, what did you think?
I felt for her. You know, any parent of a teenager, and I've got a couple of them, realizes that they could be in that situation at the drop of a hat.
Is there anything a parent specifically can do to cut that down?
Absolutely. There are a lot of things you can do. First, you keep a real close eye on your kids. You keep a close eye on who they associate with. Clearly, she has a very important job. She can't be there 24/7 watching her daughter, and she doesn't have her on a leash. But you can make sure that to the extent possible, you find out where they're going, what they're doing, what time they're going to be back. Give them as little time for the hanky-panky as possible.
When you heard that Bristol Palin was pregnant,
yeah,
did anything about Sarah Palin, you got to be honest
Absolutely.
now, pop into your mind?
Yeah.
What was it?
The first thing I thought was, if I were the mom, even if I were offered the position of running for the Vice President of the United States, I would have said no. Only because I think that your job as a parent comes first.
But what can she do now that it's after the fact? It's established that the girl, 17, is going to marry the
That's beyond it. You see what the media is doing to this woman. Can you imagine what is going to be out there? It's like red meat to the media.
No, I don't think so.
When that girl
because
gives
if they
birth.
attack the daughter, then guys like me will attack them.
And that's going to stop them? It's not.
It has.